Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create different Christmassy characters on your nails. You'll need quite a few things for this look. To start off with, you'll need a base coat. I'm using OPI Nail Envy, a dark green colour, a nude colour, a black nail polish, a blue-green nail polish, a Christmassy red, a brown colour, a gold nail polish, white nail polish, a top coat, some studs, some pearls, a cleanup brush, a detail brush, a dotting tool and some toothpicks. So let's get right into it. To start off with, paint all of your nails in a nude colour. I realised that I then wanted to do a snowman, which obviously requires a white base, so try and think about your design a little bit more than I did. Otherwise you have to take the whole shebang off and start all over again. I used 2 coats of the Wanderers by the Lacquer Lab and it was nice and opaque. As you can see, I made a little mistake, so I dipped my cleanup brush into some acetone and cleaned up. I also used the cleanup brush to define the edges around my cuticle, and then took my favourite top coat, which is HG Girl Top Coat by Glisten and Glow, to seal in the base. Just make sure you wait until your colours are completely dry before you move on. I then started out with a naughty little soldier. To create him, I started with his hair. I used my detail brush and some of my brown polish and drew in his hair in a wavy pattern. Please feel free that you can do it however you like. This is just the way I prefer to do it. Some of the things aren't as neat as I would like it to be in this video, as I was trying to figure out how to best position my camera and had to use the viewfinder while I was painting. I then started to paint his outfit. I used the blue-green colour, which is Storyteller from the Lacquer Lab, and just used the polish brush to paint on his outfit. While this was drying, I dipped my dotting tool into the black polish and dotted on his eyes. In the next step, I reverted back to my detail brush and dipped it in some black polish to draw on his face and his nose. He's really cute. You could always just create him on all of your fingers and he would just look really nice as well. Then, to move on and finish off his outfit, I dipped my detail brush into some of the blue-green colour, which is the base for the pearls that I put on with a toothpick. As a little tip, if you have difficulty picking them up, just wet the toothpick slightly and the pearls will stick right to it. To finish him off, I used some of the gold colour on my detail brush and painted on his halo. And then I moved right on to my ring finger, where I created a soldier. To start off with, I outlined the base of his hat with my detail brush and some black polish and filled in the blank space. Obviously in this video I have quite short nails, so everything has to be created on a very small scale, but if you have longer nails, feel free to adjust the sizings of things. I then moved on to create his jacket. For this I used my Christmassy red colour, which is OPI over and over again, and just used a detail brush. In the next step, I dipped my detailing brush into some black polish and outlined his jacket. Just take your time with it because it does require a steady hand. As you'll see, I made a little mistake at the end as well, but you can always clean that up. It's not a big deal if you mess up or if it's not as neat as you would like. Just remember, nails always look good when you look at them from far away. Once you've outlined your design or his jacket with the black polish, clean your detailer brush first and then dip it into some gold polish and follow the outline again on the inside of where you created the black outline. This just gives the jacket an even nicer look. Again, once you've done this, dip your detailer brush into some black polish and create 4 horizontal stripes across the jacket. We will then use some gold polish and create 4 dots at the end, or in this case I just did 2 and then stuck the studs on. Again, you can use a dotting tool or a toothpick to pick up the studs and place it on the wet gold polish. That will really hold the studs to the nail. You can always use nail glue to place studs and pearls or any other things to your nail. I just prefer polish because it's easier to remove, and I tend to not wear my designs for very long. Dip my dotting tool into some black polish and created his face and eyes with my detailing brush. And once you've done that, your little soldier is complete. If you made any mistakes, just dip your cleanup brush into some acetone or nail polish remover and clean it up. And then I moved on to my middle finger, on which I created Santa. To start with, I used the red polish again and the nail polish brush and covered 1/3 of my nail in the red polish. I did 2 coats of this just to make sure it's fully opaque. I let that dry, and in the meantime I used some of the white polish to create his hair. The way I did it is I created a thin white line at the top of my nail near my cuticle, and then used a dotting tool to dot on the white polish to give the illusion of curls. You can use a bigger sized dotting tool for this. In retrospect, I should have done, but I have quite small nails, so I needed to save space. In the next step, I then took some of the white polish on my detailing brush and created a white stripe above the red polish that we put on previously. This is the start of his beard. I then took a bigger dotting tool and dotted his beard in a triangle form on my nail. Using a dotting tool for this just ensures that the beard has some sort of structure on the outside and it looks like a beard rather than just a triangle. With the smaller dotting tool, I picked up some black polish, created his eyes, and with the detailer brush I created his mouth and little nose. Again, his face I'm not 100% pleased with. I think if I'm being totally honest, it looks a bit creepy, and next time I'll do better, I promise. In the last step, I took some of the black polish on the nail polish brush and painted on his belt at the bottom of my nail. I realised that I wasn't going to get anywhere with this, so I just did the same thing on a detailer brush. If you have longer nails, it will be a lot easier to do. And what would Santa be without a gold belt buckle, which I then just created with the detailer brush. And moving on to the last design in this tutorial, which is a little snowman. As you can see, I changed the nude nail base color to white and then dipped my detailer brush into some of the red polish to create the snowman's hat. Again, I just did that by outlining a wave and then filling it in. You can use a bigger brush if you feel more comfortable. I just did it this way so it's easier to clean up around the cuticle. In the next step, I drew a half moon across the middle of my nail in the red color. You can make this a little bit bigger than I did, but again, I was trying to ensure the whole scarf is going to fit on it. Well, the whole snowman is going to fit on it rather than just a part of him due to the size of my nail. Once you've done that, and oops, you can see I messed up in the back there and dropped some black polish onto my background. Once the red stripe has dried, I dipped in my detailer brush into the gold nail polish and outlined the red scarf. I wanted to give the scarf a bit more dimension, which is why I used several colours and not just the red. As you'll see, I used the gold and then forest green colour to really make it look very Christmassy. You'll laugh, but I took my cat to the vet today and I saw a scarf looking the exact same thing, which was made for cats, and I just couldn't resist and picked it up. He looks super cute in it. Once you've done the gold one, dip your brush into the green and outline it again and then let it dry. In the meantime, I picked up my red polish and created the bottom half of the scarf. It looks a bit like a tongue there, which wasn't intended. To finish the snowman off, I dipped my dotting tool into some black polish, created his eyes, and then I took my detailer brush and some of the red polish and create a little round red nose. Overall, I think the snowman is really cute. Again, I'm really sorry it's not as neat as I would like it, but it will give you an idea. Once I've created his face, I dipped my detailer brush back into the green and then the gold, and gave the drop down of his scarf the same detail as the main scarf on the snowman. And then as a last step, I mixed a little bit of the red polish with some black to create a darker red, and then gave his little hat a bit more texture. To finish off the designs, I used my favourite top coat and sealed it. And make sure you do this and try and cover your tips as well if you're planning on wearing this design for a bit longer than I did. And then you just have to give it a good 10 to 20 minutes to ensure everything is fully dry. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. It will mean the world to me. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye bye. Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to create an easy peasy leopard print manicure. For this look, you'll need a base coat. I'm using OPI